Yeah. Hello and welcome back to the grind. Here I am. It's way up in the sky there, way up high. So I've got gas tank back together. Everything's back together, and the car runs. So that's a good thing. And it seems that there's no dirt. This would every time you'd run it, you'd get a pile of dirt going through there when before. Now it seems to be pretty clean in there. So I got most of the yuck out of it. So here's the have a look out here. And well, you can't see it very well, but there's all that rusty stuff there is from the inside of the tank. See all that rusty stuff? That was inside the tank. So that came gushing out. And so the electrolysis seems to work. And then I filled it up with fuel, and I dried it out with a heat gun. Put a heat gun in one end and let it dry out for a while. Filled it up with, put in 20 liters of fuel, and the gas gauge works, and everything works. So I'm good. I'm happy. Now you'll notice that up here, I got that front fender off. So, yep, that's the next video, right? So stick around. You'll see how things work out, and enjoy it. See you later. Yeah, I nearly forgot. I also changed the oil in this Transaxle here. It was about a liter low, and I dropped the oil out of it. It was fairly black oil, but that dropped out all right, and it looked like it was in underneath here. There's a magnetic thing, and it was reasonably clean. Like there was some little filings on there, but I'm pretty sure 40 years of driving around in this thing made a few filings on it. Otherwise, we're all okay. So, anyhow, like I say, please like and subscribe and enjoy it. See you later. Yeah, there's something interesting. I had the graphite rod in there, and don't you know, it chewed off all the copper. So the graphite rod fell to the bottom of the tank. That's interesting. So, I don't know. I could put in the steel rod again a bit, but I think that it's had enough of it. So I'm going to see if I can get it drained out here today and then maybe rinsed. Oh yeah, okay. By the way, welcome back. It's a new week on the Porsche 924, and don't know when that thing cooked through itself, but it did. Oh well, I guess that says something, eh? Yeah, here I am underneath it, eh? And I want to take out that big plug and let it really go out with a lot of force. But I have to figure out a way to make it so that the water comes into the bucket. So I think what I can do is just put a little bit of a piece of cardboard or plastic around there, so that when it splashes here, it goes straight down. I'll do something like that. Yeah, let's see how much of a mess I can make, eh? How's that? Is that looking? Yeah, somewhere around there. See what? Yeah, so this has been, something's draining out of there still for quite a while. I don't know if it's what it's coming out of, but must be water up in there somewhere. But now I'll let it down and I'll have a look inside and see what's going on inside. Yeah, so I took a hose from the house. That's about a third of it. Have to get the rest of it in here and let it thaw out again. Now, I didn't film any of that because I was running back and forth getting things unfroze or thawed out. I had to take the heat gun up to the tap and thaw out the tap, number one. And then then I came down and got the hose running, and I was able to give it a pretty good rinse, I think. I'll check it out with the Borescope after a while, but I'm going to let it down after I get the hose in here. The rest of the hose, I'll show you that when I get it in here. I'm going to let it down, and then I'll tip I'll put more height on this side here so the car tips a bit that way. And then we'll see if I can get it to go a bit better. Yeah, so did I mention I picked the coldest day of the year to do this on? Smart, eh? But I'm often very smart. Anyway, the rinse water was pretty yucky, so I threw it out with the bath. The baby went out with the bath water right there. And I think I got quite a bit of stuff rinsed out of it. I'm going to let it dry out now. And I imagine I'll go through some fuel filters before it's all cleaned out in there. But I think that's all I can do for it. When this run, we'll just see. I'll check it from the top. I've got this Borescope thing. I don't know if you like. And it hooks up to the phone. I think I recorded it on the phone, so I'll show you that as I go. Yeah, so I just put some, whatever you call them, stands underneath the back axle. So this thing here lifted up and the front end lift kept going down. And it put it at a bit of an angle, and that creates it so it'll drain out of the tank a bit. Now I'll likely do the same on the front ways and get everything off of any shelves. Just back and forth a couple of times. Yeah, tipping it backwards sure did let lots of whatever's come out of it. Water. So it's still going, so I'll let it go for a bit. And I did have I put the Borescope in there, I'll show you that. And it looks pretty clean in there, I'm surprised. You know, it's black it's black, but it's not rusty, right? So I guess that's the way it comes out. And I'll let that water, and then I'm going to put the vacuum cleaner in from the other end and just let that blow through for a while and see if that'll turn the vacuum cleaner around backwards and let it blow through, or let it suck through or something. Anyhow, I'll do something. There we go. Got the heat gun on it, and I just very, very expensive bracket there, electric tape and a piece of 2x6. Anyway, I'm gonna lift it up and rinse out the water from the ends of new lips. Get the little bit of water. There's a lip underneath there. Get that out. Yeah, there's warm air coming out of there. So, and there's a little bit of water and residue in here still. I don't know whatever happened to that piece of carbon, like the piece of whatever. What do they call that stuff? That black thing that I had in there. It's disappeared somewhere. Yeah, so I decided I'd tip it this way a little bit, just to make sure that I got all the corners figured out. So I just put the lift or the stands underneath the wheels here, let that side down a bit. Just a couple of inches is all it takes. And then this thing here is actually doing a pretty good job of drying it out in there. So I'll let that go for a couple hours. Oh, while that's drying out, I'll see about fixing that gas line up here. That the one that burst a while ago. Can you see that up there? Very difficult to reach, but right up in where my fingers pointed there. Somewhere. Yeah. Maybe you can see those couple of clasps there. I'm going to take them out, and I've got a pressure fitting thing, 10 millimeter. So I'm going to put that on and see if that'll solve the problem. Yeah, here I am. So, get up here somewhere where you can see stuff. Can you see that? Without the light glaring in your eyes? So here's the coupling right there, and then it hooks onto the I put a bit of a bend in that line there, and then it hooks onto a rubber hose that goes to the other side here, which is at the fuel accumulator. Maybe you can see this stuff here. Up there somewhere. Maybe you can see that. I don't know if you can see that or not, but there's a rubber hose, that original equipment, and yeah, you can see that. That's where it hooks into the accumulator, and then the rubber hose goes across. Now this one here, I've got rubber hose hooking it right there, but this used to be a rubber hose, and I put in, that's high pressure stuff here, and high pressure stuff wherever the other end is down here, where it's, oh yeah, it just hooks right onto there. That's high pressure hose. So I'll just watch that other connection there and just make sure that it's good. And I think likely the tank is dried out by now. That's cool. Yeah, there we go. I don't know if that, like, I took some video with the Borescope down there and it looked all right to me. So I think we're done for the day. Maybe tomorrow I'll put some gas in it, see if I can get it to run again and get some of the, I imagine there'll be some dirt still coming out of it, but that's an awful lot cleaner than it was. I can see down there that's actually looks pretty good. So anyway, that's enough for today, and I'll see you again tomorrow, I hope. Bye for now. Yep, here, welcome back. It's another new day. Hey, so everything here is okay, right? And I think I'm ready to put some gas into the tank. I'm going to take a look in there with the Borescope and perhaps show you the pictures of it, because I tried recording it on the phone, but it just doesn't record. I could take pictures. It does take pictures off the phone, so I'll do that. See how things work out. Okay, here we go. Yeah, so there's kind of what it looks like inside there. Fairly clean. There's some areas that I found were not as clean. See if I can find them. Difficult to. But for the most part, likely all right. Yeah, here's a couple of pictures for you that I took from the probe. I took a couple of pictures. I'll take a couple more pictures and then that'll be that. So actually you can, like, it gives you a good light down there. I don't know, can you see in there? Where's the light? There it is. Wires are always in the way, right? Anyway, I'll carry on. I see some water accumulated in the bottom there, so I've got my I'll put the hose down there and suck it out and then check from the bottom. Yeah, I'll just put the heater on it for a little while more, and then I'll go down below and have a look at what's happening down below. Yeah, it's all dry down here. I don't know, can you see in there? A little bit, eh? It looks not bad. I think, there's still like a little bit of surface rust on stuff, but most of the like, it was all yucky in there before, so most of the yucky stuff's all gone. So that's good. I'm happy with that. I'll let it be. Yeah. So while I'm underneath here, I might as well. I checked the transmission fluid right there. Had to build a little wrench to make that come out, and then you can drain it here. So I might as well just drain it and put new stuff in, and I'll see what it looks like coming out of there. But just looking in there, it looks all nice and clean in there anyhow. So we'll have another look from underneath here. 80W90 hypoid gear oil is what it calls for, 2-point-something liters, and I've got that here. So here, and I built a little tool to make that, to get that in there. Where's my little tool that I built? right here. So that's the size of the thing it is. And there I welded that nut onto the bottom of it because it's a narrow fit there. So now I'll get the other side out and I'll get the drainer out and drain it. Yeah, so here we go. There's your 40-year-old gear oil, eh? Pretty dark. And this is the plug. I'll get some light over here somewhere. Have a light shining in my eye there. So you see the little filings there, but that's to be expected after 40 years. I don't have a problem with that. Now I'll just clean that off and put it back in and get some oil and put in there. Yeah, there, that thing's cleaned off. Now I cleaned it off mostly with a rag and then hit it with air pressure, and air pressure blows that magnetic stuff off there pretty good. I don't know where it blows it to, but it's off of there. Yeah, so here's the little tool I built for getting that out. This is the size of the plug, right here. Wait a minute till I turn that over. There's the size of the plug on there. Oh, wow, excuse me. Where am I? Right here. There's the size of the plug right there. So that fits into the plug. The on the side of it, the filling side, is a fairly tight gap. Now, often when you have a short thing like that, how do you get it to stay up proud like that on the socket? Well, my nephew, I wasn't smart enough to figure this out my own self. My nephew showed me you just stuff a bunch of paper towel in there and that holds it up. Hey, that's pretty simple. But if you don't have any brains like me, then somebody has to show you. Yeah, 5-speed transmission, all types, capacity, blah blah blah, transmission and differential type, standard models, 2.5 liters of hypoid oil, 80W, 80 or 80W90. So hypoid gear oil, 80W90 right there. GL4. Don't know where all those numbers are, but I'm pretty sure. High performance. This stuff's high performance. Hey? Extreme pressure. I'll read on the back here and see that it says GL5. Wow, it's above the requirements of API GL5. So I'm pretty sure GL4 is okay. API GL4 or MILL 215, 2105, and doesn't have those other numbers on there. Anyway, that'll do. Okay. Yeah, there we go. I've got this thing that you can suck it in there if you want to suck stuff out, but it's really slow. But if you go and just take the top off and pull the top out, fill it up, then you push it in. I made this little hooky thing to go on onto the into where the oil goes, and it's full. Not overflowing, but it's like if you just stick your finger in there, it's on the oil right there. Yep, lots of oil. Okay, so that's full enough for me. And I'll just put this cover back on it. Whoops, pointing the right way. Where was I pointing when I was sticking my finger in there? Wonder. Anyhow, this goes back in here. And I'll get my little tool and tighten it up. Okay. And I don't want to touch the camera with all these oily hands. Hey, oily hands there. Okay. Yeah, it's a pretty tight fit in there, so I just put them on a vice grips and use them like a wrench. And they're tight. That's tight now. And that one there is tight. So it's full of oil, and there you go. Hey, we'll see what happens now. Yeah, so it was kind of low because it's down at, this is just 1.6 liters, 1.5 liters of oil. Should be 2. Should have been 2.5 liters, so it's a liter low. But I think that's fine. Yeah, so I put in about 20 liters of fuel, And then by the time this goes in, it'll come up to, get my hand in here. It'll be up to about there because I put a stick down there to measure it. So 20 liters, I think it would be, let me see, I think it's 16 gallons. Wait till I do some ciphering here, I'll find out. There now, I've got that thing closed off. Now, I put in 20 liters. The fuel tank capacity, I think, is 60 liters. So it should be 1/3 of a tank in there. Wonder what'll happen if I turn on the key and see. Wonder what'll happen if I can get past all this stuff here. I wonder if I can. Yeah, I guess I can. See what happens if I turn on the key. This will be interesting. Well, either interesting or disappointing, one of the two, if I can get in here. Ah, look at that. Gas tank, half a tank. Or just less than half a tank, so that works. Cool. Now, I'm going to put it up and just see if there's any leaks underneath there. Maybe I'll pressure it up the system a couple of times here before I do that. Wait a second. Gee whiz, sometimes. That sounds like gas is coming now. So I'll let that be like that. And then I'll just take a look and see if there's any leaks. Okay, hang on, I'll put the car up. There now, have a look around. No dripping there. Looks like the fuel filter filled up. No dripping. Any dripping up there? Anything coming out? Can you see? Oh, I think it's all right. What about over there? Can you see? I don't know. Let's see if I can get the camera up on the other side here. Is that dry? I hope so. Looks dry. How about that joint there? It's dry, yeah? So, might be all right. Then in the tank itself, no water came out of it, so I'm pretty sure no gas will come out of it. This is the only thing I changed right here was the return line. I put a better clamp on there. And I put a new rubber seal underneath here. Looks like it's all normal-ish. I'll light it up, start it up, and run it for a bit and see what happens. We hope it'll run. I think that looks pretty dry up there. Oops. Get up there with the camera and see. That looks pretty dry. Pretty hard to get light up into some of these spots. Well, how about that? That look dry? I think so. Okay. Good enough. I must have done okay. Yeah, there it starts right up. Runs rough when it first starts. Yeah, I see this is still tracking that way, right? Maybe I'll change this, put the other, not tracking as bad as the other one was though. I'll just let it be for a few minutes. Whoops, didn't like that. Yeah, it started right up again, so just a matter of letting it run rough for a few minutes until it warms up a bit. See there now it's starting to come or quit. What happened now? I better check underneath and see if there's anything stupid going on. last time that happened, there was a gas leak, but it looks like it's maybe just stopped for whatever reason. Maybe a little bit of air got up in the system. We'll just see. Give it another go. Oh, into the car, into the car, into the car, into the car. Able to sort itself out. Yeah, I very carefully put that fuel filter on here, and I've got the flow going the wrong way. What a smart guy I am. But it is running now. I'll let it warm up for a minute or two, and then I'll shut it off and change that fuel filter around. Isn't that something? Yeah, that thing there is still tracking over this side. I'm gonna change it and put on the other one, and just I'll see if it moves with any, right? Yeah, you see that there's a come on, light, turn around right there. There's an arrow right there on the right there. There's an arrow pointing that way, right? Flow. I very carefully put that on backwards. Sometimes I even looked at the arrow. I remember looking at the arrow when I was putting it on there to make sure I was getting it right, eh? So there you go, that's how right I am. Anyway, everything else is dry, so I'm happy with that. Yeah, there, it's on the right way now with the arrow pointing that way. What a smart guy I am, hey? Anyway, I'll start it up again and see if things are, make sure it all works okay. Anyway, I'll get it down first. Yeah, there it's running again, and the gas is flowing in the, you can see the gas flowing in there. Can you see that? Looking the right way. Anyway, noisy place in there. We'll just let it warm up, see how things go. Still there's issues with that warm-up regulator. Anyway, but that's how it is. Once it's warm and running, it's all right. I even think like if even you shut it off for 15 minutes when it's warm, it's okay. And somehow the battery light doesn't come off unless you rev it a bit. Oh, where am I? It's charging over here. Lots of oil pressure. And the gas gauge works. Cool. Headlights come on, low and high beam. Headlights go off. Blinkers work on that side. Oh, they're fast on that side. Oh, it's because I have a LED light on up in there. Pretty sure the brake lights work. I'll check it all sometime. These lights in the interior here, I gotta get them running one of these days. There's a light up on the top here, and there's another light back in here. Neither of them work. I don't think there's a bulb in them, or their bulb burned out. There, that's starting to burn pretty clean now. Okay, I'll let it run for a while and then let it warm up, and then I'll put that wheel back on and see how it looks. Yeah, now it seems to have running all right, but it's picked up, you can hear it at the back there, it picked up a bit of a pop. Maybe that'll sort itself out in time, perhaps. We'll see. Anyhow, it's been going for maybe half an hour now, and so I think it's okay. I'll shut it off. Yeah, now here's where. Oh, light. Need a light. Right here, there's a hole. Don't know why. It's not on the other side. Don't know why it's on this side. And I'll get this dirt out of here and have a think about it, because it looks like, you know, there's, maybe it's supposed to be there. I don't think so. Because there's a drain at the other end, right? I'll look at the other side and have a peek at the other side and see what's over there. Then I'll get closer into that one. See, I think I've looked at this before and saw nothing. Yeah, there's nothing here. There's a plug right there. Everything's the same except for this bit here. Oh, that was likely pulled back. Look at that. It should be pushed up. Yeah, somebody was pulling on the car right there. And they pulled the hole right into it. Isn't that something? So I'll pound that back up into the right place. Then put a piece of metal in there. Fill in that hole. Isn't that something? Okay. Yeah, there's a bit better look at it from up above here. Right? Hang on. Tough to get this thing to zoom sometimes. There. So you can see somebody was in there and they had they hooked on there and were pulling on the body to straighten it out. I don't know if there's another one of these up front somewhere. Maybe they hooked on who knows what they hooked onto up front. Anyway, but that I'll get that hole fixed up, because see how dirty it is in there, and right on the other side here where they didn't hook onto it, it's just, you know, normal dirt. So I'll fix that. That's on the list for tomorrow, perhaps, I guess, eh? Yeah, there. It's 5 o'clock quitting time. So, you know, union rules around here. So I will, tomorrow, I'll likely change out that thing right there, that with the one that I ground off the back of it, just to see what happens. I'll measure it first, and then see what happens after I run it. And I'll fix up this thing here, which would be a good thing to do. So anyhow, pretty good day today. Gas tank's back to 100% and the car is running again. Yay. Yeah, just leave it on the stays there. And everything looks like it's, you know, what'll I do, eh? What will I do? Oh dear, what'll I do? Hey, I don't know. I think I have to do a bit of work on the sunroof because there's some clasps missing there. I might have to make some clasps or, you know, manufacture something there, because I looked at the price. They're $150 for a pair or something like that, which is pretty pricey. And especially if I can make them out of aluminum or something. Then, should I do the body work on it? Because it's too cold to move it out and move it in something else. So I'll just start doing some body work on it. Like right here, that little dent there, little dent like that. I got that mostly smoothed out, but I'll put putty, I'll clean it off, put some putty in there. And I'll clean up all these spots where I see the paint peeling. and then see if there's any more Bondo on it somewhere, anywhere. Guess I have to pull all the lights. Oh yeah, I'll fix these. This one here seems to be okay. The other side seems to be not okay. So I think you have to take it all out at once. I'm not sure. I'll just check into it. Figure it out. Okay. Anyway, all for today. Just babbling on. So see you later. Yeah, now I'll close out this video here. I'm a little bit ahead of you. I've got that fender off. Working on it. That's in the next video because this one was getting pretty long. So I did get the gas tank fixed up. I got the car running, changed the oil in the differential and everything like that. So we're all pretty good. So I'll see you next time with fixing fenders, right? There was a big dent in it right here. It seems to be mostly gone. We're going to work on it some more. Yeah, so here it is, January 9, 2024 already. And that was about a half-mile walk there, so you've got your exercise for the day. Don't have to worry about doing anything else. Anyway, have a good time. Bye for now.